Why, hello there everybody, my name's Select the Best Bionicles, and welcome to another video. So as you all know, or you might not know, I don't know if you know this or not, I can't speak, on January 8th, I announced my Insane God Moc Contest. With my first Moc Contest, basically, the objective is to make some sort of god that went insane. Simple, but cool. So, I got a surprising amount of entries, so in this video, obviously, not in this video, in a different video I stated that the deadline was January 30th, and today is January 30th. It might not be where you live. I don't know where you guys live, and I don't really want to know that either, because that's creepy and stuff, and I'm not creepy. But, so yeah, I announced, okay, let's ditch that conversation. So I announced the deadline was January 30th. Today is January 30th. So, I'm going over the winners today. So, in case you didn't know, the prizes are, I changed the prizes a little bit. Third place gets 1 how to build, second place gets 2 how to builds, and first place gets 2 how to builds, and gets to request a video idea from me that I will make, preferably a stop motion. Anything else is fine though. So, how I'm going to do this is, I'm going to count down the 5 best ones, and before we get to number 1, I'm going to count down the honorable mentions. So, what I mean by honorable mentions is all the mocks were good, don't take that offensively. But, like, I just felt that some were better than others. I don't know how to say that without offending anybody, so please don't be offended if you didn't make the cut. So without further ado, let's get to number 5. At number 5, we have Chaos, the Eradicator of Nations by Met Productions. So, Met made 2 entries, and this one is the better of the 2 in my opinion. So, this mock would be higher up if it wasn't for 2 things. The first thing is, it wasn't an original character made for the contest. It is, like, because I don't think it is. I could be wrong on that. Sorry if I'm wrong on that. I don't think it is, though I'm pretty sure it's like character Met's had a while. My cat's being annoying right now. And my second problem is there was nothing that struck me about this really being a god, really. I mean, I could definitely see the insanity, but not really the godliness here. But despite that, this is a great mock, really. The mock itself is fantastic. Just those 2 things are helpless. This thing is huge, by the way. One of the bigger entries on this list. Also, Matt, you have like way too many Krieger masks to give me some. But yeah, overall, this is a great mock, and it takes the number 5 spot. At number 4, we have General Destructor by I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Hunter Sim OG. I don't know if it's Hunter Red Sim or Hunter Sim. Sorry about that. But yeah, I have some problem with this, just like I do with Met's entry. So, first problem is, now this is kind of a problem Hunter Sim OG couldn't fix because he can't record right now. But this wasn't an original character made for the contest either. Of course, that's fine. Of course, it's like, honestly, some of the entries were like insane versions of like people's characters, and that's fine, honestly. But yeah, and then also, I'm pretty sure General Destructor is supposed to be a god, but like, nothing about this mock really strikes me as godly and stuff, but it's still a great mock. It's another one of the bigger entries on this list, and I do like to see that people are using some Hero Factory Beast heads on some mocks. Those are very underutilized. They're useful for a lot of things. Use them as armor and stuff, or yeah. So, also, before I get to number 3, sorry about like the constant sniffling and coughing. I have a bad cold right now, so yeah. Oh no, though, General Destructor is a pretty awesome mock. Yeah, let's get on to number 4. Or number 3, I mean. At number 3, we've got Nether's entry to the contest. I don't know if this guy has a name or not. Despite the fact that he has no name, though, this is an awesome looking mock. By far the biggest one submitted to the contest. And it's huge. This dude is massive. Now, I have the same problem with this as I do with Met's entry. Nether showed me this mock a while back before I announced the contest, I think. Did he, actually? I might have been a different mock, actually. If it is Nether, please correct me, because I don't want to, like, do something wrong. But, and then also, obviously, it looks pretty insane. But also, I don't think it's really a god. I mean, it could be. But, like, nothing really strikes me as, like, god. It looks like some kind of, like, giant demon. So, yeah. It's a great looking mock, though. It looks fantastic. It's huge, but it's mostly black and orange, though, and the head does break the color scheme a little bit. Also, it's fairly gappy. I don't have a problem with the gaps that much, actually. But, like, There's a lot of gaps in this mock, and I can forgive that mostly because it's a huge mock, so there's probably gonna be gaps. But yeah, it's definitely the biggest one on this contest, like I said, and it has 3 eyes, which is cool. I wish there were more mocks that had 3 eyes. Oh no, this is a great entry in Remember Nether. You get one how to build. I always say first place gets the first choice on what how to builds they want, second gets second choice, and third gets third choice, obviously. So yeah, great job, Nether. Let me know which mock you want how to build on. At second place, we got Demise, Corrupt God of Death by my boy Meep, just me, or Meep199, sorry. Yeah, this guy's awesome. But there is a huge problem I have with this mock, the color scheme. It's a very consistent color scheme, it's a nice one too, but it's a very overused one. Not that black and trans orange is a bad color scheme, I've used it on several mocks myself for that matter. But it's a bit overused, and I would have liked to see something cooler, such as, I don't know, black and a different trans color, like maybe black and, trans blue maybe. A lot of those parts that are using this mock come in trans blue, but I'm not criticizing this mock for that. That's just kind of what's holding it back. Of course, that's generic color schemes aren't exactly bad, actually. So yeah, it's a great mock. It looks like Colta crossed with the Grim Reaper, and that's pretty awesome. So yeah, Meep is a fantastic mock. Let's go check him out. Yeah, so Meep, you get 2 out of builds. Let me know which 2 you want. So yeah, and obviously this one's great. Also, I loved his backstory, and I absolutely love how, like, weapon was put into it. That's awesome. So, the backstory is one of my favorite things about this dude. So, yeah, also, the weapon, it looks awesome. Ironic, I just talked about my character weapon, now I'm talking about the weapon this dude has. Anyhow, on to the honorable mentions before we get on to our first place. The first honorable mention is Met's second entry, Celestial Greniz, or Grenize. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Grenis, I don't know. But yeah, this is Met's character, Greniz, but a god, basically. An insane god, for that matter. It's pretty cool looking, but it's very simple, which, that's not a bad thing. Like, that's not a bad thing at all. Simplicity is good, in my opinion, at least. But, I think this mock is just a tiny bit too simple. It's a great looking mock, though. It looks just fine. The only reason it didn't make the list is because I already put Met's entry, Chaos the Eradicator of Nations, at number 5. So yeah, it's a great mock. The second honorable mention is Akuma by Lego Dude 31 or 13, I can't remember which one it is. It is a cool looking mock, but, it has some rather questionable design choices in my opinion. Mainly just the lower arms, like the armor on them are a bit too big. I think the arms themselves are a bit too big. Besides that, though, it's a pretty awesome looking mock. I really like the way this mock looks. I like the whole spiky motif it has. And yeah, it's an awesome looking mock. But just like Celestial Grenis, it's really simple. It's just a CCBS build, but that's totally fine. It's a great looking mock. So yeah, honorable mention number 2. There you go. Our third honorable mention is Kaito, the Destroyer of Worlds. Gosh, I cannot speak today. By Biomox 3047 Productions. Sorry, Biomox, I can never remember the numbers in your name. It's an awesome looking mock right here. I quite like the color scheme. It's got a lot of colors in it though, like in random places too. It's like it's mostly black and a little bit of gunmetal, but the feet are randomly dark red. One of the hands is just randomly red. I can of course excuse the silver hand because most G2 sets had that. And I'm pretty sure there's like trans orange on the shoulders, and like I don't know if you can see it, like behind the skull armor pieces, there's some trans red. And also they're just like random green on the weapons. And like I can understand like the color of the energy on the weapons, but like pretty sure the green part's like an actual part of the weapons. I don't know. Like, yeah. Once again, great looking mock, very simple, but that's good. Simplicity is good. But yeah, it's a great looking mock. Also, it had a little bit of a backstory, but it wasn't much. But I did like the effort. It was an A+ for that. Yeah, it's a good looking mock. Also, I don't really like the legs very much. They're using just like some regular CCPS pieces attached to the Hero Factory Wave 1 legs, which, it looks alright, I guess, but I would have preferred just like normal CCPS legs. So yeah, it's a good mock, and yeah, it's honorable mention number 3. Our fourth honorable mention is, I think it's God Takanuva by Shadow Z. So, I actually have a couple of problems with this mock. It's a good mock, though. It's a good mock, though. Don't kill me. One, the color scheme is a bit all over the place. There's gold, white, gunmetal, that, like, azure blue, purple, dark blue, trans clear, I guess. And that's all in this picture. Like, it's a good mock, though. Like, it would have been a lot better if the color scheme was a bit more solid. Now, it looks fantastic. Like the other two mocks, the build is very simple, and that's fine. Like, as I keep saying, there's nothing wrong with the build being simple. I just prefer more complex things, like Demise, or, Nether's entry. But yeah, it's a good looking mock. I just wish the color scheme was a bit more solid, and then it would have been a lot better. The last honorable mention we've got is, I forgot what it's called. I think it's Corrupted Modanui. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but yeah, I think it's Corrupted Modanui by Takanuva Studios. There we go. I tried to say the BioVengers team, but it's Takanuva, sorry. Yeah, once again, it's a good looking mock, but to me, it looks like it is like, in a sense, a demake of Modanui from 2009, if that makes any sense. Like, Modanui from 2009 remade in CCBS, basically. And that's not a bad thing. It looks good. But, I think what Tak was trying to do with the black in this color scheme is just, like, you know, make that, like, a bit more corrupt. But, like, the original Modanui had black in this color scheme. So, yeah, that doesn't really add much to him, unfortunately. But, you know, it looks pretty good. I do like the mock. It's just, like, once again, it's simple, and that's good. Simple is good, obviously. Like, you know, a good example of that would be Renzo mocks, or heck, even my mocks, you could say, not to sound narcissistic, but yeah. So, good mock. Let's get on to our number one entry, which may surprise you. Number one is Niram, Goddess, I think it's Niram, I don't know if I pronounced that right or wrong, but number one is Niram, Goddess of Corruption and Temptation, made by Ivax the Awesome. This mock easily takes the cake as my favorite one in the contest. Well, not easily, it was hard picking my favorite, but this one triumphed in the end. This is the only goddess made for the contest, surprisingly, but that's alright, you know. Goddesses are just as cool as gods. I'm not sexist. The color scheme is pretty uncommon. I was talking about in Demise how the color scheme is very generic. This one has a pretty interesting color scheme. Mostly what you'd see is gold and translight blue combined together. This one has gold and translight green combined together, which is certainly something new, and I like that a lot. The weapons are pretty good. She's got a little shield and whatever that spiky thing is. The torso, I really like the way Ivax did that. So yeah, this is a great looking mock. Congratulations, Ivax. Let's wrap things up with this beautiful image. Oh crap, hold on. Alrighty, so that's gonna wrap things up this video. Please, I beg of you, please don't be butthurt if you either didn't make the list or did not get high on the list. Please don't be butthurt by that. All the mocks were good. Some I felt... I don't know how to say it, like, super nicely. Like, I sound like a really bad person right now. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Let's wrap things up with this blessed image of Concede saying, draw me like one of your Gobmatorn in that pose. So, yeah. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And remember, Nether, Meep, and Ivax. Post which how-tos and for Ivax, which video idea you want me to do. Anyhow, that's it, and thank you all for watching.